A live project is when architecture students work with external community clients outside the university, and it's a very intense 6-week project where students from all over the world come together, learn how to work together very quickly, and then learn how to work with their community clients on projects that make a real social impact. So we started live projects in 1999, and we've run in that time over 200 projects. We've engaged over 2,000 students. We've worked in 16 different countries. And when we started, we ran 2 projects, and now we run 15 projects every year.
The students are giving us ideas that we can use in the future. Now, equally, the students are getting the benefit of working on a real project, and their ideas will actually make a difference.
What the live project enabled us to do, we had 14 students working full-time with the community. They took on board people's hopes and dreams, really. It was blue sky thinking, and nobody had ever really spoken to the community of Wincobank about having, something fantastic.
So live projects come in all shapes and sizes. They're always different. Students might be building at one-to-one, and some students might be looking at underused buildings and working with their clients to see how they could be used much better for their wider community. And other students might be working on much larger scale neighbourhood strategies, or looking at the high street and really looking at very urban projects. So we work with a whole range of different sorts of clients, from grassroots, voluntary groups, through to arts organisations, local council departments, schools, charities. We work with lots and lots of different sorts of people, but all doing good work for their communities and their place.
So I've been a client on 2 live projects. The first one was called Wealthy City Walks, which was working with a group of students to map out the city centre using Ruskin as their lens. The second project was more recent, that was last year, and that was based here at Mearsbrook Hall. And for Guild of St George is working with Healy Trust and Friends of Mearsbrook Hall to revive the hall as a sort of a thriving community hub.
So we've worked on 4 live projects in Wincobank. The first one, which is at Wincobank Village Hall. So we then worked on Wincobank Chapel. The third project was the Ingle Gym, and then the 4th live project was looking at public realm works to improve the connectivity between Wincobank and Meadowhall.
The majority of our projects tend to be in Sheffield because we really like to focus on what we can do for our home city. But we also run projects across the region, across the country, and we also run international projects as well.
I think from live projects, the most important thing that stand out for me is the fact that they are much more inclusive of different modes of practice, of different clients, of different ways of operating. The way of thinking about space, of thinking about activism and architectural skills applied to the real world, I could pin down down to the live projects. And I think that's what Sheffield is quite strong in doing. It's kind of thinking about how your architecture education can apply to other parts of society, not just architecture.
What's great about live projects, and what I've really enjoyed, is really getting involved in the different communities that are affected by each project, and really kind of learning and gaining those people skills and the participatory design practices that can really start making a difference to the projects and the areas that we're based in.
It definitely has influenced my career path. I don't think I would have been involved in participation and participatory techniques if it wasn't for the live projects, for the mode of thinking that live projects instill.
Working in a team of about 14 or 15 students is a great opportunity to test out ways of working that you can then take into your future practice and kind of challenge the ways that we work as architects currently.
So in the case of the Doncaster Civic Trust project with the toolkit, we have a product which introduces Doncaster school children to Doncaster's historic environment, and that's been able to be put into all the schools in Doncaster.
The future vision that the Live project students created has been really useful for showing to the council, future funders and to the local community. It really represented a wide range of voices and an exciting vision.
So LiveWorks is our project office, and we employ graduates and students through LiveWorks to carry on working with our community clients. LiveWorks is also a physical space in the city centre. It's our urban room, and it's the first permanent university-funded urban room in the UK. And we're very proud of it, and it's a fantastic opportunity for our students to learn in the environment of the city centre rather than here in our wonderful arts tower.
I mean, what I'm doing now after graduation is a kind of direct continuation of both of my life projects. So I'm currently studying on a PhD and experimenting with ways that LiveWorks can become a kind of home for urban design for the city. I think Live Projects is really good at introducing students to kind of different ways of working and practicing architecture, not just as an architecture with a capital A kind of way, but a multitude of different ways that you could kind of take your career forward.
Alpha is a social enterprise in Sheffield which helps young people and adults and explore the future world of work. So with the help of students from the School of Architecture and with the help of LiveWorks and the Live project, and we worked with just over 80 young people to develop a proof of concept to explore their city and make it more playful. The plan is to have a playful city and festival happening in LiveWorks and around the area of LiveWorks in the city centre, and where the public can explore the ideas of young people and have a dialogue and discussion around what the city means to young people.
I think Sheffield University ought to be proud of the Live project. If they've done 200 projects in that time, think of the actual impact they have had with the funders, the communities they've helped. That is a tremendous achievement.
We really do think this is the future of architectural education. You know, this sense that architecture is for the benefit of people. Well, then surely architecture students need to engage with people right at the heart of their education. And start to really learn those skills in the institution of the university and out in the city, rather than waiting for that to happen later in practice.